Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to play the music, it's time to light the lights, it's time for me to review the Muppets. Yeah! Hey up guys! So today I felt like reviewing a film which never fails to cheer me up. It's a perfect film to put on a rainy day, or a sick day, or if you're into like day 147 of a national lockdown. It's James Bobbin's 2011 reboot of Jim Henson's The Muppets. Even now, in my 30s, I still love to revisit The Muppets. Some might say it's just nostalgia, and it's partly that, but I think it's mostly because the ethos of The Muppets has always been delightfully silly and uncynical. It just never fails to put a smile on my face. Before we continue, if you guys could help support my channel by hitting that thumbs up button, and also let me know what you think of the Muppets in the comment section down below, and if you want more movie, TV and Oscars content, consider hitting subscribe. It's true that the Muppets were in the height of their popularity during the late 70s and early 80s, but what's wonderful about James Bobbin's reboot, which was written by Nicholas Stoller and How I Met Your Mother star Jason Segel, who also stars in the film, is that they infused the reboot with the same Muppet magic optimism of yesteryear, along with a good dollop of self-awareness, poking fun of the fact that the Muppets have been gone for so long, and even writing their absence into the actual story. And it worked! The Muppets 2011 does a miraculous job of taking adults down nostalgia lane, but also introduced beloved characters like Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, and Fozzie Bear to a whole new generation. This comedic musical really is a perfect family film because it's got something for everyone. So what is the plot of The Muppets? When oil tycoon Tex Richman, played in this film by Chris Cooper, plans to destroy the old Muppet Theatre in Los Angeles, it's up to superfan Walter, who's also a Muppet, and his human brother Gary, played by Steven Segel, and his girlfriend Mary, played by Amy Adams, to convince Kermit the Frog to reunite the old Muppet gang and put on a telethon to raise $10 million to save their beloved theatre. And in true Muppet variety show style, there's musical numbers, romantic tension between Kermit and Miss Piggy, as well as celebrity cameos galore. James Bobbin does a very good job of blending old with the new. You've got a barbershop Muppet quartet singing a version of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, as well as an old chicken cover of CeeLo Green's Forget You, and then you've also got old favourites like Rainbow Connection and Mana Mana thrown in for good measure. But I do think the original songs written for this film are a bit hit or miss, because you've got absolute gems like Life's a Happy Song, which I still to this day love singing along to in the shower or just when I'm walking down the street. It just puts a real spring in your step. And I also love the Oscar-winning song Man or Muppet, which is written by Flight of the Conchords' Brett McKenzie, and it's this emotional but silly existential crisis ballad where Gary and Walter are singing if they're really men or Muppets. It's so silly, but it's just really well done. I absolutely love that number. But other entries in this film haven't had the same longevity as Man or a Muppet or Life's a Happy Song. Amy Adams' Me Party and Chris Cooper's rap number, Let's Talk About Me, are pretty forgettable. And one other minor negative is that the romantic subplots between Gary and Mary and Kermit and Miss Piggy do feel a little bit underbaked. So much so that when they set up the plot point at the beginning of the film where Mary longs for Gary to propose to her, it's a plot point that gets pushed so far to the background that when it comes up again right at the end of the film, you've practically forgotten about it entirely. At that point, it kind of feels like an afterthought. But I'm more forgiving of that flaw because the film isn't really about the human characters. It's about our beloved felt-covered Muppets and their comeback. And both Jason Segel and Amy Adams know themselves that they aren't the real stars of this film. Even though they both give great performances, they're just happy to be along for the ride with the Muppets and seeing them return to their former glory. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? You know I'm gonna, so yes. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Yes, yes, yes. The Muppets is one of those rare family films which the entire family can watch together. There's something for everybody. It's a real pick-me-up film, a cheerful distraction, it's enthusiastic without being cloying, and it's just a whole lot of fun. I recommend it for everybody. And third question, what score to give it out of 10? The Muppets is a perfect example of a reboot done right. It's true in essence to its origins and updated enough for a modern audience to fall in love with it, but without sacrificing an ounce of that uncynical Muppet magic. So I'm gonna give The Muppets a score of 8 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching this review, guys. If you have enjoyed this video, please do support my channel by hitting that thumbs up button and let me know what you thought of The Muppets in that comment section down below. If you guys want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe, and if you want to follow me on social media, all those links are in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Carefield, and I'll see you next time.